We gotta loot this post.
What the f is that? Leave a tail elixir! It's a tail elixir, get on!
Go, no.
Full speed.
Roblox is no stranger to viral games, but what happens when a game with no ads, no sponsors, no front page placement hits harder than anything on the platform? This is Dead Rails, and it didn't just go viral, it exploded.
Dead Rails.
For Dead Rails.
If you don't know, Dead Rails is the biggest game on Roblox right now.
Dead Rails.
So how does a random low-budget Roblox game hit 1 million concurrent players and surpass games like Fisch, Dress to Impress, and even Bloxfruits? In order to answer that, we're gonna have to go a year backwards to when it released. Dead Rails launched quietly at the end of 2024. No press, no trailers, it wasn't trending. Just one game lost in Roblox's endless flood of new releases. At first glance, it looked bad. Grainy lighting, no polish, confused roles, no onboarding. You spawn on a moving train in 1899 with zombies already inside. The roads collapsing. The train's headed to Mexico, allegedly a safe zone. Your job is simple, keep it moving or die trying.
Oh my god!
No respawn, no mercy, no reset button. So why did it blow up? Because Dead Rails did the opposite of most Roblox games do. No grind for currency loop, no shiny daily reward system, no overdone monetization gimmicks. Instead, it forced players into unpredictable, chaotic scenarios with real stakes. You're not grinding coins, you're carrying a teammate while zombies break through the roof. The game respected your time, but more importantly, it respected your panic.
What? What is this? What?
Oh! Oh! No! They do not care. They'll do anything they can. Oh, don't hit me with that. Do not hit me with that. Bro, are they even doing damage? This is getting anticlimactic. I think they're too busy trying to run at him. They can't kill him.
It made you care, because when you wipe, you don't just restart. You remember what went wrong, you talk about it, you post about it. In early 2025, it started picking up. Slowly, 5,000 players, 8,000, 20,000. Then it hit TikTok. People started uploading raw chaos, revive clutches, zombie overtake moments, and a lot more. Dead Rails wasn't content friendly, it was raw, unpredictable, and that's exactly what made it perfect for short form content.
Cole, a zombie, a camera. Wait, no, not the camera. Can't put that in there.
By the time it hit 100k concurrent players, people still couldn't believe how fast it climbed. But the numbers weren't luck, they were earned.
How simple it is, yet how strangely fun it was for other people playing it.
So, to I'm sure a lot of people's surprise, I actually didn't hate this game to death.
Dead Rails didn't follow the formula of Fisch or Evade, but it's part of the same wave. Fisch is surreal, unpredictable, short-form horror. Evade is TikTok friendly, fast, funny chaos. While Doors is slow burn, puzzle-focused tension. Dead Rails fits none of those exactly, but borrows bits from all three. It has Fisch's chaos, Evade's movement-based survival, and Doors' panic-induced creepiness. But it adds something they don't, persistent teamwork under pressure.
Start train, I'm going! Full speed!
Help me! I got move!
You have to revive, you have to fuel, you have to coordinate, or you're done.
Is this? What?
And that difference, it made it
Walk
stick.
across the top.
What?
Oh my god. Off of these vampires right now. Okay, we beat the game.
Every big Roblox game's got a community, and Dead Rails is a very loyal one. That's the reason that day after day, the concurrent number of players for Dead Rails is constantly rising. There are countless Dead Rails YouTubers making long and short form content, and a lot of people are watching that. Probably way more than any other game that's out right now, except maybe Bloxfruits, just because Bloxfruits has always been there. But the actual reason why so many players are glued to playing Dead Rails 24/7, unlike any other game, is because of a few factors that might actually surprise you. First, the game is not a repetitive simulator. Sure, you might say it's getting repetitive queuing up for games, but the reason why it's not actually repetitive or boring is because each game you play is going to be different, and so is the outcome of it. That's because there's no predetermined outline of what you need to do, like in way too many Roblox games. You don't have to be on the train, you can ride a horse instead. The train might completely run out of fuel at different times, which adds to the game's immersion. Because you and your team have to problem solve and decide what to do in that case. Will you walk on foot to the next house to possibly find coal? Will you turn back to the safe zone and buy coal from there if there is one? And what if a werewolf just jumps you? Or 20 zombies? And who has the bandages to revive you then? The game, although kinda repetitive, is still unique every time you play it. No glaze. The game is just unpredictable, and you can play it however many times you want to, without getting bored. Now, the second main reason Dead Rails has such a loyal player base, and this is probably the most important one, is because it started out as a game that players liked, because it had no pay to win whatsoever, like Fisch. But as you probably know, the current Fisch kinda sold its soul, and now they have game passes in a 5-foot radius no matter where you go, and they're literally just pay to win at this point in my opinion. Dead Rails on the other hand still has never been pay to win, and hopefully it never will be. The only thing you can buy in the game is currency, but it's actually really possible to get it for free in the game. Also, I don't think Dead Rails ever asked you to join their group and like the game and favorited it to get 2x currency, which almost every game has, and I'm sure we all hate that, at least I do. But yeah, unlike a lot of Roblox games, Dead Rails is still not pay to win, and hopefully it never gets bought out by a big studio or ends up going down that road, like many games. However, the loyal player base that Dead Rails has isn't the only thing that makes the game what it is. A big part of it is what new things it brings to Roblox, and by that I mean how much better it is than Dusty Trip. Because if you still haven't noticed, the premise of both games is almost the same. Drive a vehicle until the end of the road, but Dead Rails continue where Dusty Trip left off. Even though Dusty Trip was and still is a very popular game, it had a lot of problems, and those problems made most of its players hop on Dead Rails pretty soon after its release. One of those problems was that Dead Rails is actually possible to complete, but not to the point where it's too easy, while Dusty Trip is nearly impossible to beat. The reason being that in Dusty Trip, you need a lot more fuel for your car, and you usually can't get it because it has to be gasoline every time. Meanwhile in Dead Rails, you can use zombies or paintings as fuel, which makes it way easier to actually enjoy the game. Because let's be honest, it's not fun when you're constantly worried about how to get fuel, and how long it will take you to walk somewhere just to try and find some. Another very important reason why Dead Rails is better than Dusty Trip is that there's no such thing as hunger. In Dusty Trip, you have to worry about hunger on top of fuel, or you just die. And trust me, I've played Dusty Trip. Always having to get both food and fuel, which was rare by the way, wasn't it. You wouldn't find both in one house most of the time. They really took away from the fun of the game, like buying armor, selling the things you find, buying weapons, or even decorating the terrain like you can in Dead Rails. And on top of that, when you die in Dusty Trip, you can't even get reviving bandages like you might think. You have to pay with Robux, and I don't know about you, but even if I had Robux, I'm not spending it on that. Of course, there's a lot more reasons why people would rather play Dead Rails instead of Dusty Trip. Both are games with pretty similar premises, but that's just what I remember from playing Dusty Trip a few months ago. Overall, Dead Rails is a solid game for a few reasons. First of all, it is fun, and it does not get repetitive. Second of all, it is not a simulator, it is not an RNG, and also it is not pay to win. So I do not think the game is gonna see a decline in players or quality, unless it becomes pay to win and they sell it to a big studio or something like that, which has happened to a lot of games that fell off. Oh, 8 minutes reached. If you made till the end, subscribe and like.